So Phoenix versus Clippers, New Orleans. First off, Clippers in New Orleans.
I got the Clippers.
I got New Orleans.
All right.
Yeah. I don't trust. Now I saw a tweet by you or tweet. Yeah. About PG. Now we've seen him collapse in the playoffs. We've also seen him do really well in the playoffs. So I don't have a real opinion on pandemic P, playoff P, whatever you want to call him. Because he's had his moments, but he's also had his awful moments. His Pacers moments, my God. His Thunder moments. Yeah. Some of his Clippers moments, side of the backboard. His other Clippers moments, water. But I'm going to go New Orleans just because I think I trust McCollum and Ingram and Valanciunas and Herb Jones and Jose Alvarado?
Close enough.
Alvarado?
I'm not even going to attempt it. I think you're close enough.
Okay. And gang. Oh, Devontae Graham. Actually, he's hurt, right?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, I already said Valanciunas too.
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes, even though he had 0 points last game. Who else is on that team? Whatever. I trust them over just PG, Reggie Jackson, and Marcus Morris because, Terrence Mann is very inconsistent. Very. Zubac just exists. Valanciunas is going to dog I know how to say it. Ivica Zubac. I was just stuttering on that.
Mm-hmm. Like you did in your video?
No, I said I didn't stutter. That one wasn't. I would admit if I stuttered because I stutter a lot because I talk way too fast. So I just stumble over my words because I'm trying to talk before I think. And but either way, whatever team Phoenix in 4.
Yeah. I think maybe potentially
5,
the Clippers could get a 5th game. I don't see the Pelicans getting a 5th game.
I don't think either team could get. I don't think either team could get 5.
My official prediction would be Suns in 4.
Suns in 4. All right, Memphis versus Minnesota.
This is going to be a really entertaining
Memphis in
matchup.
7.
I tend to agree with you. I think they could maybe win at 6.
Maybe 6.
Maybe 5.
No.
But
No. I don't think so. I think 6 is the lowest it'll go because Minnesota's playing outstanding.
Even with Karl Anthony Towns not doing anything.
Exactly, he's their best player. Two of my roommates hate Karl Anthony Towns, by the way. It's so weird. Dude, he's literally a great guy. His whole family basically died of COVID, right? It wasn't just his mom, right?
Right.
And he's had to fight through that, and he's the second best shooting big man ever, I think. Dirk and then him, right?
I think we've discussed this before. I tend to agree.
So there's no reason to hate him. Whatever, you do you. I don't care. So yeah,
I don't think there's any reason to. Well, I can't say that. I see why some people don't like Patrick Beverley, but I love him so much.
Patrick Beverley.
And I don't see how.
I'm so happy. So happy you have the same view. So happy you agree. That is awesome. But yeah, either way, Memphis in 7 because Jaw's going to come back. I'm sorry. I had Raising Cane's. You know what that is? Yeah.
Not a fan.
Really? You do like Chick-fil-A? Yeah.
I'm a very picky eater.
Yeah. Dude, it's literally chicken.
And my girlfriend's vegan, so I'm trying to.
Oh. Okay. I'm not making fun of your girlfriend. I'm not making fun of your girlfriend for being vegan. I'm making fun of you for not liking Chick-fil-A or Raising Cane's. Do you like any fast food?
I had McDonald's for lunch today.
Okay. No, I'm not fat or anything. It's just, occasionally I like a little double cheeseburger from McDonald's at 2 a.m. or Raising Cane's for lunch or dinner or Chick-fil-A. But so Memphis versus Minnesota, Memphis in 7.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Patrick Beverley, Dylan Brooks matchup going at it because they're cut from the same cloth.
Oh, okay. I was like, they're not going to guard each other, but I know what you mean.
Just
Beverly's going to be on Ja. Friggin' Dylan Brooks. Do you think he'll be on D'Lo or Ant?
Probably.
I don't know. You want to know what I realized, dude? Especially watching that Minnesota Clippers game, D'Lo is a great floor general. Like he's a good leader.
He's really impressed me since he's gotten to Minnesota. Like a lot of people thought he was
immature because he snitched on someone. But dude, he was also like 18, 19, obviously not 18, 19, 20 years old.
There's a whole stupid controversy.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways.
So number 3 is Golden State versus number 6, Denver. They still don't have Michael Porter or Jamal Murray back.
Stephen Curry is on track to play in game 1. So
Warriors in same time. 6. Okay. Yeah. There's no way the Warriors don't win, knock on wood. I'd like the Warriors this year. Obviously I was a part of the people who hated them because, it's like, oh, you win every year. I don't like to watch that type of deal, I don't know if you're the same way.
I was big on the Warriors.
Wait a second. I am such a hypocrite.
For those unaware, Joe here is a fan of a team called the New England Patriots.
And I just made fun of the Warriors. No, I loved every player on the Warriors, though. Like, I didn't like Draymond, and I still don't really like Draymond. I like he's a good player. I just don't like his personality, really.
I loved every player on the Warriors except Draymond Green, one of their most important players.
No, I like him as a player. I don't like him I don't like to hear him speak.
Shut up and dribble.
No, not like that. I just mean like, shut up. I don't want to hear a word you have to say. Like a rude way, not like I don't want you to talk about social justice type of way. I just don't like you. Like if I met you, I'd be like, oh, cool. I just met Draymond Green. But like, I would be like, just like, hey, how you doing? I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you're Draymond Green. Like, no. But if I met Steph Curry, I'm like, oh, hey. But yeah, so Golden State, I mean, there's obviously a better basketball team. They're a better 3-point shooting team. We'll have to see how Steph comes back off injury, though. Clay has been playing better as of recently.
That the Nuggets could win if Steph isn't fully healthy and
they'll win in
Jokic
7,
just
I think.
goes off. But
wait, let me rephrase that. If the Nuggets were to win, it'd be in 7.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Jokic, he's obviously Nikola Jokic, but they still don't have MPJ or Jamal Murray. I just don't really see a way they could get out of this first round. Now, the next matchup, 4-5, is very interesting to me because Luka Doncic, it's Dallas Mavericks versus Utah. Luka is out game 1 because they decided, hey, Luka, want to play in a meaningless game? Yeah, go for it.
And we still don't have a timetable, really.
We don't. We have no idea. He's just out for game 1. He injured himself in the final game of the regular season where I think at worst they would have been the 5 seed and they still would have played Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And they still would have been on the same side of the bracket. Makes no sense.
Totally useless. I don't.
So I'm going to say 2 answers. If Luka plays game 2 and on, Mavs in 5. If Luka doesn't play before game 3, so if he misses the first 2, Utah in 6.
I think I agree with you. I think clearly Dallas is the better team.
Oh, yeah.
When healthy, but
healthy. Their best player is not playing in the first game of the series. Maybe they could pull like a random Magic versus Raptors win.
Right.
But still, it's like, what's Spencer Dinwiddie? Good player now. No, trust me. He was trash for the Wizards, good for the Mavericks. But dude, he can't do that. He's not that guy. He's like good and he has clutch moments, but like he can't do that by himself. He needs Luka. Jalen Brunson's really good. He needs Luka too. Maybe not. Hey, maybe. Ooh, a narrative. Game 1. What if Jalen Brunson goes off? Just a thought.
I think Dallas is just really lucky that they drew Utah, who is basically the Chicago of the West, because they've been on a terrible slump, and that's who everybody wanted to face in the first round. If they're facing any of these other teams in the West, they would have their hands full. But Utah, what's
bothering me right now? I just have to say this. So I'm out of water, and I keep trying to sip it, keep forgetting that I'm out of water. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. for now. I hate you. So in general, like I said, Dallas in 5. If Luka plays game 2, if not, I'm picking Utah in 6 because Luka will come back. They'll be in Utah. It's not going to be a good sight for the Mavs.
I agree.
What were your predictions?
We were basically
On the same path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think Dallas would even have a chance to sweep if Luka was healthy. But
yeah, but it's the fact that he is missing that first game.
I know. I agree.
Yeah. All right, and now moving on to the East. Miami versus Cleveland, Atlanta. First, Cleveland or Atlanta?
I mean, you have to go Atlanta with how hurt Cleveland is. Cleveland probably would have been a top 6 seed if they had been healthy all season, but they're just too beat up at this point. It's got to be Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I completely agree. I mean, even though
And
Trae
then
Young shot whatever he shot last game, still he's going to lead the Atlanta Hawks to the 8th seed. But Miami in 5.
I'm going to say, well, if for some chance it was Cleveland, I would say Miami in 4. I don't see any way Cleveland. But if it's Miami, Atlanta, I'll say Miami in 6.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, the Hawks have been decent over the past
100%.
couple weeks or so. And Miami, they're the number 1 seed, but I don't see them like as
not a
an
number 1 seed.
overbearing, dominant team.
Well, I mean,
So
over Atlanta, though, I think so.
I just think, with Trae Young, I mean, could he be the best player in the series? It's a debate, but I think he could just go off for a couple games. And
that's fair. Yeah.
And we've seen, it's not like they're inexperienced last year. They made it to the conference finals when they weren't expected to. So if they steal a couple games, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Yeah. Now that you say all that, I guess I can agree with that. I'm still going to say 5, but I wouldn't be surprised. And now, our favorite one to talk about, Boston versus Brooklyn. You first, because I'm actually from Boston.
So I'm going to go with the Celtics. I think they're more talented. They have much greater depth.
Keep in mind,
Robert Williams
might come back a lot quicker than expected.
So I'm trying to be a pessimistic fan. I'll tentatively say Celtics in 7, but I could easily see it going 6.
I don't even want to talk about the Celtics in 6 because that's what's going to happen. Celtics in 6. Screw you, KD. Screw you, Kyrie, especially you. Seth Curry, you're cool.
Were you that little kid last year who threw the water bottle at Kyrie?
Come on, I'm not that big of a dick. Was that a short joke?
It was an age joke.
Okay. Curtain 2 ways.
I'm short too, so.
Yeah, well, be lucky you're not 5'5". Okay, 5'6".
What? Okay,
what?
I'm not so short anymore. I guess.
Yeah. I work out for a reason. But no, seriously though, Celtics in 6. Especially if Rob Will comes back. JT, JB.
But people always say the team with the best player win a series, which it is Kevin Durant, but Jason Tatum's right there. It's not. And this season especially, Tatum might have been, and we saw it the last time the two teams played.
Yep.
And the Celtics offense, we all know about their defense, but their offense has been on fire lately. And the Nets can't stop a nosebleed.
Screw Derek White, right, for acting like he was a shooter and then coming to Boston and not being able to make a 3. He's been fine for us, but screw him for randomly becoming inefficient out of nowhere.
There goes our chances of ever having him on the podcast. No, but yeah, he's been a really good ball handler. But he's not been able to
ball
shoot
handler,
at all.
solid defender. But where did your 3? You weren't a great shooter, but you're shooting 29%. Where did your 3 go? You're taking the same. I have witnessed you wide open. Like,
we're getting a demonstration from Joe now.
I'm Derek White. Yeah, this is embarrassing. I'm Derek White, your nearest defender. Rick. I can't jump. It was leg day yesterday, and my legs are in a lot of pain.
You could have lifted off a little bit. There we go. Audio listeners, you are sorely missing out.
Everything I do, because that's what I do. But yeah, so final Celtics in 6. Don't need to explain. They're just a better team.
Celtics and
If Ben Simmons comes back, screw you, Ben Simmons. You're not doing anything. You're gonna pass up a dunk again, and you're gonna suck absolute. I'm not gonna say it, but
I'm just screwing everybody up in here today.
yeah. I mean, I don't swear, so I can't really say the
Mommy still doesn't let you, the little
No,
12-year-old.
it's just I don't really believe in it. That's all.
You don't believe like that it happens? Like,
No, I don't believe that like there's a reason.
that's fair.
Anyways, Milwaukee, Chicago, Milwaukee in 4.
Easily. This is
Yep.
the easiest pick of the entire
If Lonzo
bracket, in
was
my
healthy,
opinion.
Milwaukee in 5 or 6.
4,
5.
maybe
But,
5. Maybe it
yeah.
would be a
It might be a
sweep.
close 4.
I feel like maybe first 2 games will be blowouts. Game 3 will be down to the wire. Game 4 up for grabs, and then the Bucks, if they lost game 4, would dominate in a game 5.
Yeah, I'm literally spending 10 seconds of this one. But yeah, Phil, it's the most
It
obvious
put you to
one.
sleep.
Yeah, it's literally the most obvious one, right? So number 4, Philly versus number 5, Toronto. I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
I don't know who to pick.
I'm honest.
Might be the best series.
It's, throughout the whole season, it's like, oh yeah, the Sixers, they have the better players. But ever since this matchup was coming into form, I keep asking myself, I'm like, am I going to pick the Raptors? Do I want to pick the Raptors?
Yeah.
And I'm still unsure, like, because we know, like, speaking of players who don't normally play well in the playoffs, as we mentioned earlier,
There's 2.
like, and the Raptors are just
Insane chemistry.
they've been playing
Good
great
coaching.
recently. They have great defense.
3, 2, 1, Raptors in 7.
Raptors in 7.
Listen, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Pascal spin move Siakam, Gary Trent, Scotty,
OG.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the other guy. Yo, wait, who's their center?
What's the guy's name? I am drawing a blank.
I am
we are
too.
looking like fake basketball fans.
Oh, I think. It might. Chris Boucher, Precious Achua. Pascal does kind of play center though. This
yeah.
year.
Yeah, the 5 guys who've started the most games are Barnes, Trent, Siakam, VanVleet, and Anunoby.
Yo, they got Isaac Bonga on this team.
Or you know.
Yo, but Gary Trent though. Gary Trent's really good. He's one of the better shooters in the league. 100%.
He has really impressed me this season.
Oh yeah. Like, I have nothing against the Raptors ever because there's no reason to hate them. I mean, I don't like that they traded away DeRozan because he was loyal and all that and like loved Toronto. But you had to.
Yeah.
Because you got Kawhi and won a championship. And you needed to get past Braun. But it's funny because LeBron went to the Lakers.
Yeah.
But like you had to. And then even if it was just for the year, who cares? They weren't winning a championship with DeRozan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think so we both agree Raptors in 7?
Yeah.
Do you think you put that Raptors team instead with DeRozan instead of Kawhi against that Warriors team, what happens?
Are we assuming all the injuries stay the same? Like everything
We'll do one
stays the
with.
same
We'll do
except
one scenario with, one scenario without.
so
With injuries.
you know, I think the Raptors lose either way.
With the injuries? With the injuries,
Like,
I'm
and I
going to go
love
with DeRozan
DeRozan. I think
Raptors in 7.
I was gonna say maybe they win in 7, but in a game 7, I think I'm gonna trust Steph Curry over DeMar DeRozan if it got to a game 7. But and I love DeRozan, but he's not quite on that Kawhi level.
Obviously. And without injuries, Warriors in 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't even think that's really up for debate.
So